My name is Ramazan Shah. I was in a car accident in 2021 that changed my life. You never expect something like this to happen to you. I was so naive when I was 19. I faced a lot of adversity before this, but nothing can prepare you for any of this. It is life changing.
I was in Pakistan when Ramesh had the accident in Scotland. And I had no way of contacting him. I called the university. I kept calling. I spoke to someone at the reception. A couple of hours later, when university staff started coming in, I called again and they put me through to the director accommodations at the university. And she said, "We didn't know how to get in touch with you. Ramesh has been in an accident." And that one moment while she was talking, I mean, it's just such a short sentence. Ramesh was in an accident. I remember one part of my brain said, she's going to say, "Oh, he's got a few scrapes and he's just, we've given him painkillers and he's resting in his room." The other part of my brain thought the other extreme. There was no in between. It was either, "Oh, he got away with a scrape or something." And the other extreme was, he didn't make it. And it was just such a prolonged moment for me. And I remember how I felt. I remember feeling like the floor underneath my feet was moving.
So it was the 29th of September 2021. It was like 2:30, 3 a.m. around that time.
He was coming back home that night after seeing his friends. He was walking back home. And his then friend, this boy, he called him to ask him where he was. And Ramesh said, "I've left for home."
And he's like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, I'm going home." He's like, "Stay right there. I'm gonna come pick you up." And I said, "No, I'm gonna walk home." He said, "No, I'll pick you up. Just stay right there." He was adamant on. So then I waited. And then 5 minutes later, he's there. And
The boy came to pick him. The accident happened within minutes because the boy was drunk. He should never have insisted on dropping Ramesh in the first place, especially when Ramesh was saying no.
I get into the car, and then we start driving. And then there's this long stretch of road. At the end of the road, there's a roundabout. So we're driving. He's going really fast. And I'm like, in my head, okay, he's gonna slow down now. As we get closer to the roundabout, I think he's gonna get slower. He's gonna slow down now. And then he doesn't. And all I hear is like massive impact of the car just kind of like flying up in the air. I hear him say, "Oh fuck," and then next thing I know, I'm just like wedged underneath the passenger seat. And then I try to like get back up on the seat, and I couldn't. When I did that, when I like tried to lift myself up, that's when I started like going in and out of consciousness.
I have spoken to the cops at the scene many times, and they said that Ramesh was just drifting in and out of consciousness. They said we couldn't get him out from the door, so they had to wait for the medics and then for the firemen who came and sawed the roof of the car open to get him out of there.
They put me on a stretcher and they took me to the hospital.
So then I called the hospital and they gave me details. I asked them what had happened. So they told me um, that both his legs had been, there were multiple fractures, they were broken in multiple places. They told me the surgery had been done right away that very same night. All I could do was picture him on the stretcher in pain by himself. Nobody there with him. He had nobody. And while I'm talking right now, I can see him on the stretcher in pain.
What happened was I broke my legs, both of them. I shattered my tibia and my fibula in my right leg. And my ankle, the left leg, was completely crushed. I don't know what that meant. I didn't know what it meant. I just thought I would never be able to walk again.
And they put me through to him on the phone. And the first thing he said, he started crying and he said, "Mama, both my legs are broken." And I said, "No, my love. Your legs, they've fixed it." He said, "No, my legs are broken." I said, "No, they've fixed the legs. You'll be all right." And it was just, he was in so much pain and emotional pain also. There was just so much agony in his voice.
I always felt like, I'm a strong person. The pain just was taking over me. Even now, it's not easy. Physically, it's not easy. Mentally, it's not easy.
I think that like your accident still affects you because first of all, obviously the accident still has like a physiological impact, for example your knees. Like it's never the same anymore. You already have difficulty like walking. If we were to sit down or something, like it must be uncomfortable for you because you always have to like think about like your like body, like your movement and stuff. Like have you ever gone to amusement parks and stuff?
Yeah, I used to love going on roller coasters and all those like crazy rides, but
Yeah, but now
now
there's
I'm
the
too
trauma,
scared, like,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. You already have like the impact on your body, but your mind also remembers. To hear like a friend going through that, it's very difficult. As like a outside perspective, I can see that and I can like sympathize and feel sorry that like, oh, you've gone through this, and like what I can do is just like support you however I can.
I mean, it affects me every single day. Every time I walk, every time I take a step, every time I walk up the stairs, it's always painful. The only reason why I do it is because I want to prove to myself that I can still do it. I don't want to be, defeated by this. So, if I ever had the option to like either take an elevator or go up the stairs, I'll always go up the stairs. If I had to take a bus somewhere that's like 10 minutes away or walk there, I'll always walk there. I don't care. I just want to prove to myself that I'm better than this.